Hello, my sweet sisters and lovely brothers. This is Sachin, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel, Data Worlds. In previous video, we learned about variables, what are variables in Python, why it is used, what's the importance of it, and a lot of other things. So if anyone have not gone through the video, can quickly go back and check my playlist. Go through the video, and if you have any questions, you can surely ping me out. Comment on the video, and I will address it out. Learn data types. So first understand what are data types and what do we understand by the word data types. Let's forget about Python, forget about any programming language. Just think of your real life. In your kitchen, you will be having a container of rice, oils, spices, and a lot of other things. Correct? Now every container will have a label on top of it, right? And that label, what it does nothing. It just makes you understand that this container contains oil, this container contains rice, and this container contains spices. And all these containers have different purposes, right? Similarly, in Python, X, the variable X, is the container, and the label that is put on top of the container is the data types. In our previous video, we said that in a container, we can store any type of values. That's true. But the values which are stored in the container should have a label, correct? For example, when you say x is equal to 5, x is the container, and the value 5 is an integer. Now it is kept inside the container x, and though it is kept inside a container x, and though it's an integer number, the variable gets a label by default and says, "Hey, I am a integer variable." I hope this is understandable to you. So likewise, in Python, in more details, if I can say, and in more simple words, if I can say, data types help us understand what kind of data is stored in your variable. First thing. Second thing, what operations can be performed on the data. It's like, right? Now, the third thing is like how much memory is allocated for storing that particular data. Correct? Link it up with your kitchen. You kept a rice inside a container and you put a label on top of it. What the container tells you? It tells you that hey, this I'm having rice and my size is this much. I can hold 1 kg, 2 kg, based on my size. Similarly, in Python, the data type tells like what type of data is stored in your variable, first things, and what operation can be performed on that particular data. It means like what's the purpose of that data, what things you can do with that data. And the third thing is like how much memory is going to be occupied by holding that particular data. Simple, right? Now let's move to the another part of it, which says data types in Python. See, there are different several built-in data types in Python, but the most common are, which you can see on my screen. I have, divided it and made it very simple for you to understand. I have made given category, data types, and with an example. The first category is numbers, which contains the data type of int, float, and complex. Examples are this. Second is text, which is written as str. Str stands for string, and the example is hello world. Third is boolean. The data type is bool, and the example is true and false. The next is sequence, and it is list, tuple, and range. And the example is this. This is a list, this is a tuple, and this is a range. The next is mapping, and the data type is dictionary, which is written something like this in a curly braces, and a key and a value, a key and a value. Next is set types, which are nothing but the set and the frozen set. Set is written something like this, and frozen set is written something like this. And after this, there is something called as binary types, which comes as B types and byte array and memory view. Example is B hello. So, guys, my lovely brothers, try to understand this. Don't focus on this list, tuple and range. Don't focus on dictionary set and frozen set. Just focus on that particular container. Imagine that particular container. Okay, these are those particular containers. What are the different types of contents we having? These are the different types of contents we are having. We have numbers, text, boolean, sequence, mapping, set, and binary types. And there is something called as non types, which I will show you, in a few minutes. So these containers, what types of data which it can hold? It can hold integer, float, and complex. This number container can hold this all of these types of, you know these types of data it can hold. Now, this text container can hold string type of data, that boolean can hold bool type of data, sequence can hold list, tuple, and range. Don't worry about list, tuple, and range. Just focus on data types. I'm trying to explain you data types, so you should focus only on data types. List, tuple, range, dictionary. As I said, it will come later in my videos, and I will make it very simple for you. Don't worry for that. Just focus on the data types, the logic, the underlying theory of it. That's more important. So as I said, sequence. This is the container and it has list tuple range. Now there is something called as mapping, which is dictionary, set, which is set and process set, binary, which is p types, byte array, and memory view. So among these, there are multiple others as well. Several built-in data types are there in Python, as I said. Now these are the most important ones, and among this, we mainly use these numbers, text, boolean, sequence, mapping, and these set types. Very lesser times you will be using binary types, uh, you know, very lesser. But these are the major data types that you guys will be using in your day-to-day programming. Either you're a Python developer or you're a machine learning engineer or AI or data engineer, anything. These are the major things which you will be using on a day-to-day basis. I hope this is clear to you. Now let's move on to our next topic and to understand the importance of data types. I explained you what is data types. I have given you several different data types and along with the example, now let's understand the importance of data types, right? As I said, data types are very critical in programming, not only in Python. It's very critical in all programming languages. Correct? And why it is? The reasons are below. Define behavior, optimize memory, enable validation, support operation, and improve readability. Now understand this. Define behavior. What is mean? What it meant by define variable? For example, you can't add a string Sachin to a number 10 without converting one of them. I hope this makes sense to you, right? If I give you two apple and I ask you to add it up with two trees, is that possible? You can't add two apple and two trees. That makes no sense. Simply, in your Python or in any programming language, when you add anything, it should be of same data type. Hope it makes sense to you. So now is clear. It's clear now. You can't add a string. This is a string and this is number. You can't add two different data types at the same time. That's not possible and that's not meaningful. It makes no sense. Okay. Now next, understand the next part of it, which says optimize memory. What do you understand by this? It says different types are different amount of memory. Now here in this container, these are the containers, and I told you these are the types of data types it can hold. And what's the size of it? What is the maximum and minimum size it's going to hold? That is something called as optimized memory. Okay, so don't worry about the memory part till now. You Just focus on its importance, importance like what is data types, how it is used in Python. That's our main goal. Now let's move on to the another part, which is called as enable validation. Ensure data is used correctly, which says ensure data is used correctly. And I've given you example. Edge should be integer, not text. I hope this makes sense. Like if you write a number 10, you call it as a number 10. You don't call it as a word 10. Understood? I hope this is clear to you. So that's what meant by enable validation. Now there is something called as support operation. Mathematically, operations works on numbers. String operations works on text, etc. When we can add, I told you that we can add numbers, we can add string, but it has to be of same data type. That's what it means, the support operation. Mathematically, operations works on numbers, and string operation works on text. String operation can be worked on text, and numbers is a mathematical, comes from math background, so that's a different type of addition, and adding a string, that's a different types of additions. Correct? Now, improve readability. What do you understand by this? It says like clear data types make code easier to understand and maintain. If you put a label on top of your container, it will be very easy for anyone to understand without opening the container that what's inside the container. I hope this makes clear sense to you. That's what explaining here. That's what is I'm trying to explain you here in Python. It's the same example. See, Python is related to our real life. Think of programming like your real life, what you do, how you do. Think of it basics. Then you will understand how what is programming and why it is needed and how it do it. So that's what improve readability. We are putting a label on our container and it makes easier for others to understand what is inside and not for others. It also for us. I hope this makes clear to you. Now let's move into some other things of it. We say like getting the data type. We understood what is data types. We understood what's the importance of it. We understood different category of data types. Now let's understand how we can print the data type of any variable. How we are going to print the data type of any variable. Suppose this is a variable and we have, no, this is actually a variable and we are storing a value 5 in it and we want to know what's the data type of it. So we have a function called as type in Python. When you write print type x, it says, hey, I'm int. So it says this container contains an integer value. This container, I repeat, this container contains a integer value. So anytime from here till you become an AI engineer, anytime, anywhere, if you want to know the data type of your variable, just write print type and the variable name. That's all. And it will give you what type of variable it is. I hope this is clear to you. Now come to the conclusion of it. Data types are the foundation of programming. Without them, Python wouldn't know how to store, process, or manipulate information. I hope this makes sense to you. If you don't put a label on top of your container, if you don't know what size of container is needed for your data, if you have a 10 kg of rice and you are putting inside a 2 kg of container, that doesn't make sense, and you won't be able to adjust it up. I hope this makes sense to you. So, in short, we can say data types are the foundation of any programming language. Without them, Python wouldn't know how to store, process, and manipulate information. Simple. Now let's dive into. So till now we have learned data types, what is data types, what are the different data types, what's the importance, and in short we have understood like what is data type actually. Now let's go through some example to understand it in more details. So my first example is x is equal to hello world, and I have given a comment like this. When you put hash, it says like it's a comment. So this comment is something which will not run when I am going to run this cell. See. Let's do something like this. Print X. Okay. Now do something print type X. Done. What's it going to do? Let's see. It says print X. It will tell hello world, and print type X says like it's a string. Guys, this print X will just print what is written over here, but this type function will tell what is the type of this particular variable. So this is X. Now let's move into the another example, and let's do the same thing over here. Let's run it out. What it says? This says like this is a string. Now this is an integer. Correct. Now let's move into the another example of it. What's it going to say, guys? Any guess? So it's a float. And this is a floating number 20.5, and it says like it's a float. Now let's move to the another example of it. What it says is a complex number. I hope in your 10th standard you must have read about it, the complex numbers, and in Python it's the same. There's no different, guys. So as I said, programming is nothing that something new you are going to learn. It's something which started from the beginning and it was there with you. So don't be puzzled and think about programming is a very tough thing. It's a very easiest thing to do. So this is a complex number, guys. Is ij. I hope this is clear. Now let's print this. What's it going to give? So this says like, hey, I am a list. I am a list, and this is the way the list is defined. So don't worry about how list is defined. We'll cover this up when we will learn list. So right now we are saying like how to know what's the data type of a variable. And for understanding to print what's the data type of a variable, we said we just write a type function, use a type function, and you will be able to know what the data type of your variable is. Now let's move up to the another example. What it says is a tuple. It's a tuple. Tuple is written in small braces, and you can put double quote, single quote, doesn't matter. Python is very smart, so don't worry for that. Just focus on learning. That's what Python gives some motivation to you. Just focus on learning, and I'm going to take everything up. Now this is a range function. Now let's see what it says. See, it's a range. I will give you example of this range later. This range is something like when you say a range 6, it says like it's a range of 0 to 6. And in order to say what do you understand by range? Range like if I say 6, it means like it will count from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But right now it's printing range 0, 6. But if we want to see the entire range of it, what we can do for I in X, and you can see you can do print X. And what is going to give? See, not print X, print I. See what is going to do? Give you 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is going till 6. Till 6, 1 less than 6. Because it's starting from 0. In Python, everything starts from 0. 0 is the base of every maths. Correct? So it starts from 0. So it starts from 0 and goes till 5. 6, it means like 6 digits should be there, you know, and it will go till 6. 6 numbers are there. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it counts from 0, 1, 2, 10 and goes till 5. I hope this is clear to you. And don't worry for range now. Just focus on data types. Okay, we'll cover this range when we will be learning about it. So don't worry for that. I will make sure everything is on your plate. Now this is again, this is a dictionary. It's written in a curly braces, something like this, and easy, simple, right? It says it's a DICT. DICT stands for dictionary. Now let's print this out. Like what it says, like this is like this is a set. It's a set data type. Now what is this going to say? This is going to say that hey, I'm a frozen set. Now what's this going to say? This is going to say hey, I am a bool data type. Now what's this going to say? This is going to say hey, I am bytes. And now, what's this going to say? Now, let's understand this. Print it out. Let's see. Oh, this is something different. What is this? Oh my God. Oh, this is totally different. I am not able to understand what this is. Don't worry for that. I will make you understand. What I said, I promise you that I will make the programming in a very simple English, which will be easy to understand and easy to learn. So let's link it up with the example. Think of it like a five empty boxes, which is lined up, and each box can hold smaller numbers from 0 till 255. Right now, all are empty and set to 0. Unlike bytes, you can open the boxes and change the value inside. That's what's written over here, right? So you just think up like this 5 means 5 empty boxes containing a 5 empty boxes, and it's written something like this. That's the byte types, right? And I hope this is clear to you. Don't worry, this is not used much in your day-to-day programming. Just understand, when you write something like this, it creates a five empty boxes in the memory location. That's all. Now, this is something called as memory view. X, what it does, it tells you like where is your particular data is stored in memory. Let's print it out. What's it going to give you? This is the location where your variable x is getting created. This is the exact location, and there is something called as none. And what is going to do? Let's understand this. I told you, at the beginning of this video, that there is something called as none type as well, none type data type as well. So this is the none type. X is equal to none. What it says, none and type is none type. So now this none type is, the underlying logic of it. When your function, when you will be learning function, and when you will trying to grab the underlying knowledge of it, then you will see if a function doesn't return anything, it returns none. That's an important concept in any programming language. If a function doesn't return anything, it is going to return none. So that's the data type. So I hope, guys, this was bit easier for you to understand. We learned what is data types, what are data types, different types of data types, and what the importance of it. We gone through, the type function. We understood like why data types are important in Python. We gone through a lot of example, to understand and easy to remember it. I hope this video was helpful to you. So instead of wasting time, let's quickly jump into my screen and be in full energy, guys. So we are going to learn something new today. So my lovely sisters and sweet brothers, in today's topic, we discuss about data types in Python and all other concepts. What are data types? How it is used, and what are the different categories of data types? I hope this was helpful. This was easier to understand, and I tried to make the things in a very simple English so that it will be easy to remember as well. And guys, I know my videos are getting a little bit bigger, more than 30 minutes, sometimes 35 to 40 minutes. But don't worry for that. See, when you are here to learn, forget about it, everything. Forget about time. Learning takes time. It's true. Learning takes time. See, when the people who are on YouTube, they say, learning Python is 6 months, learning Python is 4 months, are useless. But that's not true, guys. That's totally not true. Go and ask question to those people, and you will understand that they don't know the entire Python. No one knows the entire Python. It's an ocean of knowledge. See, I'm working as a data engineer. I have worked on ML projects. I have worked on data science projects, and sometimes it takes 1 week just to understand the data, and we will not have a clue like what the data is trying to tell us. And honestly saying, this is same with every data scientist. So we have to invest time. When you are here to learn, you have to invest time. This is totally true. Don't try to skip it out, or don't try to make a shortcut, because making shortcut will not going to help you out. You are here to crack an interview. You are here to go into top. product based top MNCs, you know. So when you are dreaming of becoming, going from here to here, you have to know the things in more details. And I'm the live example of it, you know. And don't worry, even if you don't know anything. See, I'm the live example of it. I'm an electrical engineer, and I'm in IT from past 9 years. And I have worked with top product-based companies. You call it as AXA, you know, the top insurance company, HSBC, the top bank in the world. You call it as Visa, you know. Again, it's a top product-based organization working with Takeda now. Now, again, it's a top product-based pharmaceutical organization. So I have invested time in learning. I haven't made any kind of shortcut, and I never go and watch those videos where people say that you are not supposed to give so much time in just learning. That's not true. See, everyone have a different way of understanding things, but the underlying thing is like you should know. Suppose, let's take example. Suppose, after 1 week there is an exam going to happen, your semester exam or your college exam going to happen. There will be students who are already prepared, you know, they are ready to prepare the whole syllabus in 1 day. There will be students who will be learning from past 1 years, you know. So if you are learning it, right, whatever time it takes, the underlying thing is like if you score 80%, if you score 90%, everything is valid. How much time it took, whether you took a shortcut, whether you took a long cut, you scored a good mark. But guys, remember this: whenever you're taking a shortcut, you're never going to score 80% and 90%. That's the truth that we all know. It's not only me saying, that's the truth that we all know. When we take a shortcut in passing the exam, we are not going to score 80%, 90%. And even if if we are scoring 80 and 90% by cheating and all other things, one day you will fall. That's true. One day you will fall. So, guys, learning takes time. So, have patience and invest your time. And trust me, guys, like, suppose, like, if today, if you invested 1 hour, tomorrow, when you come back and learn the same thing, it is going to take 30 minutes. And again, when you come back and learn things, it will take 10 minutes. And after that, it will be just, you will able to memorize everything. It's not going to take any time. So, in the first phase of learning, you have to invest time. So today's motivation is like you should be eager to learn. You should be ready to give your energy, give your passion, give your everything to learn. And when you give everything to achieve something, then the time comes when you are going to do a boom in this world. So guys, keep learning, keep fighting, and one day you're going to do boom in this world. Thank you very much for watching my video. Stay connected with me, and I am here to take you from here till here.